Thanks for the introduction. Good morning and welcome to Direction Live 2020. I believe some of you have attended the Esri user conference earlier this month virtually, and I'm very excited with the new enhancement and update that Esri has announced. If you have not, do not worry. We'll take you through some of these key enhancements and updates in this session. Before we move on into the innovation that Esri has been working on, I would like to take you through some of the key implementation patterns in our platform. Essentially, ArcGIS supports different kinds of implementation patterns using a single platform. We support the desktop, the enterprise, the cloud services, as well as ArcGIS Online. And the fourth pattern is the notion of interconnecting information and application together using a single platform, using distributed services. We call those as geospatial infrastructure. Essentially, you're using the portal to access and to see information regardless where they are. This geospatial infrastructure is transforming organizations, the way they work and the way we do things. This infrastructure integrates all types of data using distributed services or web services. It is a kind of common language across different types of data types and into a single shared services that can be used in different ways. It provides many capabilities to individual and professional using distributed services, such as like artificial intelligence, machine learning, real-time and tracking capabilities. You do not need to work with 3 or more systems, and you are able to operate this in a single environment. The geospatial infrastructure is designed to be as an open platform with a collaboration with OGC and other partnering standards. We support open standard, open API, open tools, open community, open source with some of our technology that we have uploaded into GitHub, and making it customizable, interoperable, and flexible for all of us to work together. Esri spend about 1/3 of their revenue on ongoing research and development. It is more than a typical IT company. We continue to do this to meet the needs of our expanding user base and capabilities in our platform. Our focus on these capabilities are like imagery, spatial analysis, data science, 3D, content, field operation, and of course, mapping and data management. ArcGIS also includes the ready-to-use content from authoritative data source. You are able to view the base map, imagery, and living atlas of the world. With maps and apps from Esri and thousands of contributors, such as like NOAA and USGS, you are able to have this information in your ArcGIS platform. Our user contribution not only improve the maps, but it also improve the geocoding capabilities across ArcGIS. One of the key technology areas that we have been spending our time is enhancing the field operation. We are improving the technology to improve the coordination and operational efficiency in the field workforce activities, reduce or even replace the reliance of paper. We are ensuring that both field worker and office staff are using the same authoritative data source to reduce error, to boost productivity, and to save money. From planning and management to location tracking, navigation, and data capturing on the field. We would like to introduce to you 2 new applications in this session, which is ArcGIS Tracker and ArcGIS Quick Capture. ArcGIS Tracker allows you to track your resources on the field, to know where are their whereabouts and where have they been. In the field operation, they will need to just download this tracker application and turn on the tracker capabilities. Whereas for ArcGIS Quick Capture, it is a simple-to-use application that allows you to collect data very quickly in a moving vehicle. Now you're able to actually collect this data with a single click. Before I move on to demonstration of these 2 new applications, I would like to also mention about this application that is going to release soon. It is called the ArcGIS Field Maps. ArcGIS Field Maps will be released in 3 phases. The first phase will be released in somewhere around September. What you can expect is a single application that comprises of all the data capturing capabilities, such as like collector, survey 123, tracker, and navigator into a single application. With this, I would like to pass to Ame to take you through these two new applications, which is ArcGIS Tracker and ArcGIS Quick Capture.
All right, thank you, Joanne. So let's take a look at the ArcGIS Tracker. So this is the mobile version of the ArcGIS Tracker. So it allows you to actually record your tracks from the field. And since privacy is a matter of concern to many, so you are in full control when you want to turn it on and off. So you can actually do that by tapping at the bottom right notch over here to turn it on and off. So other than that, you can actually filter your data as well. Clicking on the top left allows you to filter from today and up to the last 72 hours of data. And if you click on the top right, which is the profile icon over here, you'll be brought to this page. It gives you a couple of more settings, tells you who is actually logged in, and you can actually preset when the tracker will actually turn on. So for example, I'm working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I can set that to actually turn on automatically. So other than that, I have another setting here that actually tells you, or you can select the coordinate formats, the last known location, which is the frequency of how the interval of your data sending back, the interval of your data sending back data to the server, your mobile device, and also the smart rendering. So that's actually on the mobile application for field operatives. So let's take a look at the web application called the Track Viewer. So this is actually a focused application for the administrator to visualize all the tracks that has been recorded by the field operatives. So you have a simple map application over here. And let's take a look at the left-hand side over here. We have a couple of settings. You can also filter by the time span from today and up to the 72 hours ago. And you can also set the custom start and end date. You can also filter by the accuracy of your GPS, filter by the speed of how fast you're actually going on the track. And lastly, this is filtering by the activity type. So the application actually records or distinguishes your activity type. And if it's not recognizable, it will be under the non-provided. So if I go back to the users and I'm going to enable all these users over here, I'm going to get a color-coded record of all the tracks that has been recorded by my user within this time span over here. So if I were to zoom in, you start to see these tiny arrows, and these are actually the intervals that we set in the mobile device to actually send back data to the server. So we click on that, we get a little information that tells you who is actually tracking this. Some information, which is the speed, the accuracy of the device, and also the directions just now. So that's actually some of the information you can get as an administrator using the Track Viewer. So moving on, let's take a look at the next application over here. So the ArcGIS Quick Capture is actually the simplest way to capture field observation. So you can record features while on the road, digitize tracks as you ride, or simply capture data on the go. So you can record GIS data with a single tap on your device and send it back to the office in real time without stopping. And the app's intuitive big button interface actually requires no training at all to use. So you can record a location, take a photo, and also the observation type with just a single tap. So you can also increase productivity while scouting or capturing data at speed. So example here shows that you can capture a condition of a road while on the move, and it will capture the data in form of a line. And other examples you can use Quick Capture is perhaps in the emergency responses or perhaps in the search and rescue. So that's how easily you could capture data on the field using the Quick Capture. And with that, I'll pass it back to Joanne.
Thanks, Ame. I would like to bring you into the image exploitation and observation space. We have released ArcGIS Excalibur. It is a web-based application. It is a structured observation management workflow that allows us to search in the web for imagery, bring it up, and then exploit the imagery. Exploit the imagery means photo interpretation, like drawing features on the image and then storing this feature into the geodatabase, and to do analytics on them. This supports both GIS view of the imagery as well as the image space. So it's kind of like support two types of community with this powerful exploitation tool. I would like to pass it to Ame to show you further on this ArcGIS Excalibur.
All right, thank you, Joanne. So let's take a look at the image exploitation tool from the web. All right, so if I were to open up the Excalibur, I'll be presented with this page where it's the connect to your imagery page. Now, some of the things I can do is that I can actually link to an image web service. So if I have a REST endpoint, I can simply copy that link and paste it back here. It's going to validate and allows me to start the work. So let's go back and take the second option over here, which is the My Available Imagery. So what it does is that it actually pulls all of your imagery layer from your portal to be consolidated into this page over here. So you don't have to actually go back and forth to portal to actually visualize all the layers. And next is the image catalog search. So this allows you, let's say, you can select an area of interest, and I can actually select or search what images I have within that area. So I'm going to select this image over here. And it's going to return a couple of the imageries that I already have. So let's select two of these and put it into the queue. I'm going to connect to the canvas. So this is actually opening up the imagery exploitation canvas. This is where your work starts. So I have a couple of settings. I have the ability to do some display tools over here, which is the image display, order enhancement, some exploitation tools, and also I can also export this imagery to PowerPoint. So let's take a look at this imagery over here. I'm going to add it side by side so I can have a map focus panel and the original orientation of the image. And let's say if I were to open up the image focus panel over here, and let me do some image editing or fine tuning. So I can click on this tool, I can click on image display, and perhaps I'm going to change the quick enhancement. Let's say changing the DRA and gamma. I can do that easily just by tapping the notch over here, the switch. Or I can even set the custom RGB render by changing the value and clicking on apply. So moving on, let's go back and take a look at the last one, which is the new one also, is the imagery projects. So imagery projects allows you to create an image, create a project that actually consists of several imagery within that. So you can actually search any projects that you have here. And if you open it up, click on this one, it actually opens up the exploitation tool back to all of the imageries that you have within that project to actually start your work again. So I'll pass it back to Joanne.
Thank you, Ame. We'll move to the space of app builders. Basically, app builders, it allows everyone to build apps without programming or developer knowledge. We have been working on these 3 new app builder. The web app builder has been there and has been extensively used for building application. More than 1 million applications has been built on this platform. Experience Builder is the next generation of web app builder. It is built on JavaScript API. It allows you to have mobile-friendly interface, and you are able to build web application or website in no time. The next app builder, which is App Studio. If you are looking to build native app, you'll be able to use App Studio to build native app with no code required. And if you are a code ninja, you're able to bring this code and to further enhance on top of it and deploy quickly. With that, I would like to pass this to Ame to show you about the Experience Builder.
Thank you again, Joanne. So let's take a look at the new Experience Builder, new experience in creating the application. So a sample of a web page or web application here is called the ArcGIS Living Atlas App Showcase. So this is actually how this application will look like if you open it up on desktop. So it's a scrolling application, and I put some contents side by side. And I'm going to go back to the top. So let's take a look at the same web page viewed on a mobile. So you start to see that it retains the theme, but it has actually become responsive towards the mobile, giving a optimized look and feel for mobile users. So everything is actually stacked on top of each other now, giving it a clearer or nicer view for mobile users. So how do I actually use the Experience Builder to actually build something like this? So let's head over to the Experience Builder. So I can click on the Experience Builder and I'll be taken to this page over here where we have a bunch of templates that you can start with. And for this particular one, I'm going to use the gallery template, and I'll be brought into the canvas over here, right? So this is my working space. So I have a couple of banners, a couple of text already in place, a couple of icons over here, and some which is still in progress. So the best thing here, you see, we have a canvas for each devices. So this is actually how it looks like in desktop, tablet, and the mobile. So if I were to click on the mobile, so as you can see, the Experience Builder tries to render the same application for the web page to actually fit a mobile. So it does that automatically. So you can actually leave it as it is, or you can actually remove everything and you can start from scratch for a different view on the mobile. So with that, I'll pass it back to Joanne.
Thanks, Amir. We're moving on to the last updates that we would like to bring you in terms of the ArcGIS technology, ArcGIS Enterprise. ArcGIS Enterprise runs on commercial cloud, it runs on public cloud, it also runs on your own infrastructure. It is one of our most important technology. It provides comprehensive GIS for organization in terms of mapping and visualization, data management, and analytics, and the sharing of information. One of the big improvements to ArcGIS Enterprise is the use of shared instances, which makes up to map services published from the desktop level far more less memory than before, and reduce the memory requirement by 95%. This is a big deal. The upcoming release will include the ability to leverage on containerization and microservices, large organization management, and intelligent search. So what's next in ArcGIS technology? This is a list of research topics that our team has been working on. We are strongly committed to continue to release software incrementally and just to make continuous improvement into our core software, and as well as our geo-enabled systems. And of course, we will focus on quality and performance improvement and integrate new innovation into it. With this, it comes to the end of our presentation, and we would like to open the space for Q&A. Thank you very much.